Thank you, Mr. President, and I too ask that my statement be published in the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
There's no doubt that we're in a public health crisis that's inflicting significant harm to our economy and the financial well-being of people throughout our state. I've heard from constituents, we all have, who have had serious health issues escalate because the governor's banned important non-emergency medical care. Constituents have told me heart-wrenching stories about being unable to receive responses from the Unemployment Insurance Agency and the stress that causes to them and their families. Seniors have shared being on the verge of homelessness because their lease was running out, and are unlike in other states, our governor was preventing their completion of their homes. One small business owner who would be considered essential in another state was banned from operating here in Michigan. So they're having difficulties even meeting the needs of their own families, providing food on their table, and paying for critical medications for their child. These are all real stories that I've heard from just in the last few days from my own constituents. Yes, these are difficult times, but the most effective and responsible path is for all of us, including the governor, is to work together to defeat this virus, sustain vulnerable citizens, and rebuild our lives and our economy. In the Senate, we have attempted to provide input and partner with the governor, but Governor Whitmer has been unwilling to cooperate or listen. And at the federal level, President Trump, the U.S. House with a Democratic majority, the U.S. Senate with a Republican majority have worked together to pass consequential laws in the midst of this crisis. However, here in Michigan, the executive has made it clear that she must be totally 100% in charge, and that anyone who believes that she should consider the ideas and perspectives of others are just, quote, playing political games. The arrogance is shameful and beneath the dignity of the office of governor. As we have sadly learned, one person decision-making is not the most effective model of governing. The governor has made critical errors that could have been avoided, such as forgetting 4 weeks of applying for federal assistance, to bring more personal protective equipment and testing capabilities to our state. The governor failed to give the Unemployment Insurance Agency director a heads up about her orders and failed to direct enough resources to help people applying for unemployment benefits, people that she forced out of work. The list of mistakes that have hurt the citizens and the lives of Michigan citizens goes on and on. And what is most heartbreaking is many of these terrible mistakes could have been avoided if she was willing to work as a partner and listen to duly elected representatives and the Michigan citizens. Since the governor refuses to negotiate, very plain yesterday is what she said, the Senate and House today passed legislation that will help our state through this crisis. Specifically, the legislation presented to the governor for his signature will protect first responders and healthcare professionals as they work in this crisis, protecting them from unnecessary liabilities and lawsuits, continue common sense actions, including property tax and income tax flexibility, preserving water services, public safety enhancements, longer-term access to medications, and other regulatory relief measures. Allow medical procedures and construction to resume, just like our neighboring states, whether they're Democrat or Republican governors, and not grant additional emergency powers because this law provides state government the tools to combat this health, financial, and economic crisis that we're facing. If the governor vetoes this legislation we passed today, it's simply because she wants 100% control over all the decisions in our state, rather than going through the regular constitutional process that would refine and improve these actions. The people deserve a state government that works collaboratively and effectively to make the best decisions during this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. Thank you, Mr. President.